may find that your legs get a little bit achy if you've been standing all day, whether that's because you've got a sit to stand desk and you're just trying to stand up more than sitting down, or whether you've gone for a long walk or a long run. Knowing some leg endurance exercises with a Theraband can help with this. Endurance exercises target muscles that need to stay switched on for a long time. If these muscles don't stay switched on for a length of time, other muscles will start to take over and you may start to get a little bit of a muscle imbalance and can cause these aches and pains. Focusing on endurance exercises can improve the length of time these muscles are able to get switched on for. We'll make a suggestion on repetitions. We'll be using a red band, which is medium and is about 1.5 meters long. At the end of the video, we'll give you an idea on how long to do these exercises for, and some things to consider if you don't think the number of repetitions or the strength of the Theraband is quite right for you. My name's Claire, I'm a physiotherapist from PhysioFit Health. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll get updated on when we publish our videos. This exercise, you're going to grab your band, and I've actually tied it in a loop, double knot. And you're going to put it around your feet. You're going to get yourself laying down on your back. Your arms are down by the side of the body on the mat, and then you're going to raise both your legs up into your tabletop position. So roughly your knees are over your hips, and that shin is about parallel with the floor. Engage your tummy muscles for this one. You're going to keep that right leg nice and still in the tabletop, and you are going to straighten your left leg. So the band's obviously going to pull on that right leg. You need to keep it nice and stable. And then the right leg is anchoring the band, so you're pushing it away with that left one. Return to your tabletop position, and then you are going to straighten your right leg as you keep your left leg nice and straight. Fairly easy and straightforwards. You are going to be doing your 3 lots of 20 repetitions. Throughout the whole of this exercise with your legs, you do want to keep the abs engaged throughout the whole thing and just make sure your back stays against the mat and doesn't arch away. If you're feeling the back arches away just a little bit from the mat, then you're just going to stop the movement of the leg and return to your start position. So you're just going to work within a quality range of movement. Don't push it too much because you don't want that back to come away from that. For this exercise, you're going to have your band looped around, tied in a double knot so it's nice and secure. Pop the band around both of your feet. You're going to get yourself into your 4-point kneeling position. So your hips are over your knees, your shoulders are over your hands, chin is tucked in. You're looking in between your hands. Don't forget about that head. It can just drop down a little bit, so just make sure it is raised. You are tucking your toes underneath. So you're going to start by just hovering your knees a couple of inches or so off the mat. Keep that right foot nice and still, and you're going to drive your left knee forwards and then return that left leg to your start position, and then you can drive your right leg forwards and then return. Now, if you do have enough space where you're doing this, you can actually use it as a crawl forwards. So you can actually bring left leg forwards and then walk your hands forwards and bring your right leg to just next to the left one. And likewise, you can get yourself walking backwards. But if you don't have any space, you can just do it as a static exercise where you're just moving your legs forwards and backwards, and the band is just creating that little bit of resistance for you to work against with your legs. You are doing 3 lots of 20 repetitions. For this exercise, you're going to work one leg at a time. You're going to stand on the end of the band with the right foot, and with the other end of the band, you're going to gather it up a little bit so that there's got a bit of tension on it, and you're going to hold it with both hands to your chest. Shoulders are down, squeeze your shoulder blades together, that chin is tucked in. And you're going to start with that left foot behind you. So toes can be just touching the floor to give yourself a little bit of balance. You are checking your hips face forwards rather than facing out to the side. Now you want that facing forwards throughout the whole of this movement. You're slowly going to drive that left heel up towards the ceiling, and that is going to bring your body forwards. You are then going to slowly straighten yourself all the way back up again. So the band will assist you as you are leaning forwards, and then you're working against the band as you are standing upright. Now check, as you are lifting that left leg, the further you lift it up, the more likely you may find that your hips come and face forwards, in which case that's really your cue just to stop the movement there and return to your start position. If you are able to, you are actually wanting to create a T shape with your body. That's your ultimate aim, but it's a bit of a work in progress. So just feel free, even if it's just a mini bend forwards and then straighten up, that's perfectly fine. You're aiming for your 3 lots of repetitions on the right leg, and then you are obviously going to repeat on the left one. So those are your 3 leg endurance exercises with a Theraband or resistance band to try out. Whether you want to work on all 3 of them or just focus on one of them will really depend on your schedule and the routine that you want to put it into. When you're focusing on endurance exercises, you actually want a lighter resistance band, and you want to do a lot of repetitions. You may find when you do these exercises that it feels like you're not really doing very much initially. If you increase the number of repetitions, you might start to feel like you're working. I would suggest increasing the repetitions before you change the strength on the resistance bands. If you increase the strength on the resistance bands, you'll start to get some of those larger muscles working rather than the smaller muscles that you're wanting to target. You can also change the exercises into more of a time base rather than counting the repetitions. So do the exercises for 45 seconds. It does take about 6 weeks for you to start to see a difference when you're working on the muscles. So you do need to give yourself minimum 6 weeks, if not a little bit longer. And then you can check your progress. In the description below, you'll find links to videos we've created on how to choose the right resistance band and also how many repetitions for endurance exercises if you want to look into this further. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and we'll see you soon.